Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Gemini for the month of January 2022. I hope all my Gemini friends are doing wonderful. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards. And this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Gemini. In the past position, we have the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Swords. In the challenging position, we have the Three of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Swords. In the present position, we have the Magician, clarified by the Chariot. And, of course, to round it all off, we do have the Nine of Wands in the future outcome position, clarified by the Seven of Wands as well. Let's start from the beginning. In the past, we do have the card of hard work, the Knight of Pentacles. Anytime you receive the Knight of Pentacles, it tells me that you were very much committed to investing a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of hard work into something that really mattered a lot to you. The Knight of Pentacles, we see this person sitting on a horse that's not really going anywhere. And behind the Knight of Pentacles and this horse, we see this field that has been plowed by the Knight of Pentacles. It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy to plow that field, which tells me that whatever it is that you worked on in the past, you really invested a lot of time and energy. And it, at times was very frustrating for you as well. The Knight of Pentacles is all about the routine, the daily grind, the staying committed to the task at hand, which can be difficult and tiring, as I mentioned. The routine can actually be boring, and because it's tiring, it could create some anxiety as well. That's why we do have the Eight of Swords here in the clarifying position. It seems to me that whatever you were working on really hard in the past, made you feel trapped, and it made you feel like you want to be rescued. It made you feel like no matter what you did, you were still stuck in that anxiety type of self-victimization kind of mode, if you will. It's not really fun to be stuck that much. And it looks like you were also a little bit afraid of failing. And so that's why you were really committed to making, a relationship work, or making a particular job that you had work, or focusing on that project that you wanted to achieve work. And you did put a lot of time and energy. And as a result, you were able to learn a lot of information about yourself, mostly, which is the most important, of course. And that kind of gave you a really strong foundation from which you continue to benefit to this day, dear Gemini. Now, in the challenging position, you do have the Three of Cups, which is an interesting card to have in the challenging position, because the Three of Cups is all about friendships and important relationships in our life. And when you do have it in an obstacle position, clearly there's something that's not really going well for you in that department. It could be that there's some friends around you that are making you feel like you're, not good enough, or maybe they're making you feel like you are lacking in something. Sometimes other people's opinions can hurt us because it can be very critical, if you will. But definitely there's something that is out of balance with a group of friends or even family members that are around you. Remember, anyone that brings your vibration down probably should not be in your tribe. People that belong around you will naturally elevate your energy levels and naturally elevate your vibration as well. But definitely there may be someone around you who's kind of creating a little bit of jealousy, or maybe an unhealthy competition competition. Maybe there's some sort of an avoidance behavior of some kind that is happening, that's creating a low vibrational emotions, if you will. Maybe you're feeling like you have to conform yourself to a group of people in order to fit in and in order to be accepted by them. That is very much man-made. That is not divine-made at all. If you feel like you need to be accepted, then you probably should not be in that group of people to begin with, because the divine accepts all. There's no such thing as cannot be accepted to a group of people. So you definitely want to make sure you stay away from gossiping. You definitely want to stay away from any kind of drama-inducing behavior. When you cultivate high energy vibration, that is returned to you. Like I have some friends who, appreciate positivity that I kind of spread around myself, but sometimes they go back to their negative frame, negative like mind frames, and I remind them that positivity is important. So sometimes people do struggle, but if they're really your true friends, they accept you as you are, and they return to that positive vibrational energy state in which everyone should be, because all of us on planet Earth are trying to elevate ourselves from third dimensional state to fifth dimensional state. And so staying in positivity is very, very important. That does not mean that you're not going to experience, moments where you doubt yourself, where you feel insecure about yourself, especially if there are people around you who are critical. And there does look like there's some deception going on, because the Seven of Swords is, of course, all about deception. It also includes self-deception as well. That is important to be aware of. And, it's really important to be honest with yourself and honest with others as much as possible. If you're unable to be honest with others, then please don't say anything, because, when you create negativity, it, of course, will come back to you as well. It is important to remember that if you're unable to speak the truth, then it is always best to stay silent, because at least then the devil cannot have that opportunity for the lie to grow and grow and grow. Lies are very, very dangerous, because they create, lack of balance among friends, among relatives, among societies, and so on. But the Seven of Swords definitely here is a card that kind of reminds us that there's something, that you may not be honest with yourself about. So definitely you want to make sure that you address all the uncomfortable emotions that you may be feeling, so that you can trace, where they're coming from, so that you can then incorporate the uncomfortable emotions into yourself, because that will help you manifest a lot more. Being honest with yourself is very important. It's very important to check in with yourself, to stay balanced, to make sure you spend equal amount of time on important things in your life as well as yourself, because when you are taken care of, you're able to be the best you can be for other people around you. The Magician in the present position is a really wonderful card, and this is why I mentioned earlier that the month of January is going to be extremely active for you. So do all the work you can now to balance yourself, to make sure that your spiritual self is aligned with your mind, with your heart. Make sure that your divine feminine is aligned with your masculine feminine, so that you feel in balance, because that's when you'll able to manifest more. That's when you'll be able to manifest a lot faster as well. And it does look like you are leveling up, because you do have the Chariot, which is a card of destiny. It's a card of self-determination and willpower. You also have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, which is also a card of destiny. These are three extremely powerful major arcana cards, signifying a turning point in your life, dear Gemini. From this point forward, your life will be different. A lot, like I mentioned, is happening in the month of January, so make sure that you are ready. And And, of course, we do see that in the future outcome position, we have the Nine of Wands with the Seven of Wands. The divine here is pushing you out of your comfort zone. The divine is pushing you out, and it may feel like, things are going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit more difficult, because you have to keep an open mind, because you do have to perhaps try new things or have a different perspective. And sometimes we don't like when we have to be flexible or when we have to adapt to something. We like our comfort zone, where we don't really have to do anything, just sit there and kind of watch life happen. But sometimes being pushed out of our comfort zone is important, because it will allow you to create even more. You are realizing your potential in the month of January. You're very much on the road of believing in yourself and being that change that you need to be for yourself in order to achieve your goals and your dreams. You are very much in charge of your own destiny, but that is a lot of responsibility, and that is why you're being pushed out by the divine out of the comfort zone in order to achieve more, because you are here on planet Earth in order to learn lessons. There are two major lessons that you must learn while you are in the school of Earth, which is emotions and your limitations. Pushing past your limitations, trying to understand why you feel a certain way about many different things, those are difficult lessons to learn, and you're very much on your way to mastering those lessons so that you can help others coming up behind you to master those lessons as well. Let's see what we can find out with the two energy oracle cards that I pulled earlier, and we have the World and we have 6 chakra archangel Metatron. The World is all about expansion and opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. And of course, the 6th chakra archangel Metatron is all about having a clear vision and organized thoughts. This very powerful archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra, or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card shows up, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture and of that, and support it with your daily thoughts. It's basically saying that plant the seeds and make sure you continuously take care of them so that they can bloom and create a lot of harvest for you. When you have a clear picture of what you want, you will get it, as long as you do something every day a little bit to get closer to that goal. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want a particular job, you will get it. If you want to marry and have a family, you will get it. If you want to relocate, you will get it, as long as you plant that seed and stay committed to the task at hand, as long as you have a plan. as long as you do a little bit of research and find out what you need to do. Remember, whatever you focus on expands. Whatever it is that you want will come to you as long as you invest your time and energy on a daily basis, and as long as you're very, very clear about what it is that you want. Create a clear picture and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. Let's see what we can clarify with a mystical wisdom card that I pulled, and we've got moving forward. Get ready for positive change. Very appropriate. This is very much January-like weather, this card has. Situations and events of the past are clearing and making way for positive changes. Turn the negative experiences into a positive and more rewarding future. You have the resources and ability to move forward now. Take a leap of faith, knowing that the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. Don't let fear or stagnation hold you back. What a wonderful card. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Gemini. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Again, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.